Now I'm going to show you what real podcasting is like.
Oh my goodness, this is a podcast. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm interested anymore.
Hey everyone, I'm Ryan. That's Andy. This is Mike. Is that still your name? China Guitar Skeptic Mike. That's not his name anymore. That's not his channel name anymore. He's gonna be mute for this video. He's gonna make an excellent podcast guest. And Andy is eating at the moment, so I get to hold down the show for a while. We're here at 42 Gear Street. I'm going on vacation the moment I get back from this, so I have to record podcasts here, or it'll be
I get it.
radio silence for a couple weeks, and I can't have that because what will people do if they can't listen to me talk for an hour a week? That's what it would be like.
This is pioneering.
So is this your teller and am I pen? Is that what's going on? I don't know how to do magic tricks. This is good podcasting. Why did I even give you a mic? We could have a fourth person in here. Yeah. And once again, Andy has chosen to eat lunch.
I asked you if I could eat a sandwich when I signed up for this gig, and you said yes. I'm aware there's something on my face. What I'm doing is I'm waiting, and then... Have you got a topic? Or are we just going to hang loose?
I'm going to edit this, so I'll take out the slow bits.
Okay.
Which is something some people do. I don't have a topic in mind. I just thought we would kind of steer around some controlled chaos.
Well, I'm going to start, if I may, by
Okay.
saying... I was going to.
Yeah.
It's an honour to be here with you, Ryan.
Oh.
And Mike, likewise.
Totally.
Not so loud, please.
He talks to me, he just doesn't talk to you.
It is. No, I am so happy to be here.
Oh, it's been great.
It's
it really
like
has.
it's like when you haven't pooped for a few days and then finally you get to. Like it's that feeling.
Funny you should say that because I haven't.
Well, when you do, you're gonna know what I'm talking
Oh
about.
man, it's gonna be like a drain pipe.
You're gonna feel like you can dance.
I'm gonna feel like I can fly. I reckon there's about 3 kilos ready to come out.
Well, we have been eating nothing but schnitzel,
There is
breakfast,
that.
lunch, and dinner. And when we beg Henning for a snack, he's like, "A snack? Schnitzel?"
It's
Do
been a
you
beautiful.
also have the schnitzel alarm in your room to wake up at 3 a.m. to eat a schnitzel?
There's a little box, and it pops open, and a hand pops out and throws schnitzel at you.
The schnitzel alarm.
The schnitzel alarm. It's very effective. I haven't overslept once. I'm very tired because of it. And you have to eat it the moment it pops out. Like you'd think that it being thrown at you and landing on you would be the thing that wakes you up. But no, if you don't eat it immediately, hedgehogs come out of the walls and start eating it off the
Eagles.
floor. Eagles is what Henning calls them.
Hedgehogs and eagles.
He calls hedgehogs eagles for some reason.
Because that's the German word for hedgehog.
Is it really?
Learning.
Oh, you're so clever.
The more you wish you could forget.
I'm not clever, I'm just...
You live in Austria.
I live in Austria, so I'm cheating.
And didn't they have something to do with Germany around 1939?
Something to do with football, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the matter, Ryan? Don't you get political on your podcast?
He didn't want to talk about school shootings when we were recording his podcast.
I'm not
It
surprised.
may be very uncomfortable.
Is that a taboo topic here in Europe where it doesn't happen? Because we certainly talk about it in America.
Yeah, we talk
Maybe
about it in
the-
England all the time. We're very proud of the Second World War.
No, I was talking about school shootings.
Oh, school shootings. We don't have that in the
don't
UK
have that.
because
We don't
we
have
don't have
schools.
guns or schools. So
Or schools.
Not since they closed the schools back in
No, they-
1962.
close them all because
Mm-hmm.
we don't need education.
We're so intelligent from
We're
birth.
just born intelligent. That's it.
Yeah, there are some Americans who believe if they hear a British accent, then they're hearing something intelligent.
Of course.
And
That would
I
be
know
100% correct.
I
And
know
it would
both
be.
of you, so I know that's 100% false.
Do you know how clever you have to be to appear this stupid?
Yeah, Americans assume that you're tricking us somehow, but really no, like they really are that stupid.
No, we're only tricking you with proper enunciation and words. You know, we say the words right.
Proper pronunciation. Is that it was right? Queen's English, right?
What was that? Was that Dick Van Dyke?
That's what you guys
That's
sound
like a
like.
just
No, that's what you guys
angry-
Actually,
sound
I don't
like.
even think that was Dick Van Dyke. I think that was Dyke Van Dyck.
I'll put captions on this for you guys. Don't worry. I'm gonna have to do it manually. I'll have to break out the translator book because the YouTube Auto won't be able to catch most of that. I'm sorry. Where's the Germans? I understand the Germans. They're so
There's a
much
German.
more well spoken.
Hallo.
Wie geht's? Wie geht's?
Wie geht's? Mir geht es sehr gut.
I understood every syllable of that.
Wow.
Yeah. Where's Colin Scott?
Where's Colin Scott?
I understand everything he says, no problem. But if I watch,
Colin
if I
Scott.
watch How Are You Being Served, I have to put on captions.
I love it.
That's
Do
an
you
old
like
reference,
Are
isn't
You
it?
Being Served?
You know what? They used to play it on public television when I was a kid.
Really?
And I watched it a lot.
Oh, that's so cool.
And you know, your Mr. Bean.
Mrs. Slocum and her pussy.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Did that make its way to America?
Yes, it did.
Yeah,
On our
yeah.
on our government public television,
That is so cool.
they would play BBC programs.
I'm free.
What about Faulty Towers? You got that?
Yes.
Towers.
I'm a big sci-fi guy. I loved Red Dwarf.
Don't mention the war. I think I mentioned it once, but I got away with it in this podcast.
Why do they keep hashing the Red Dwarf thing till it really is dead? Because Red Dwarf is one of my favourite things in the world, and they keep doing one more series.
I'm not aware of the new series of it.
Oh,
I've
dude.
only watched the old ones.
Okay, they made a.
Is it new characters or is it
Nope.
old characters?
No, they're old and they
So it
look
still
old.
has a
except at
vampire
Brighton.
cat?
Yeah,
And the hologram guy?
yeah. But he was hard light, so they could he could touch things and they could touch him.
Right.
To get around
Hard
that
light.
whole what we're going to do with this character now.
Yeah.
You went from
I can
soft
hear
light to
the,
hard
as
light.
you're talking about it, I can hear the theme song in my head.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Dun,
Mr.
dun, dun,
Jamie
dun,
Humphries.
dun, 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 dun.
Hello. You live?
Yeah.
Well,
No, it's podcast.
it's being recorded. You are being recorded for
It will be
perpetuity.
live when it airs.
Excellent. Are you having fun?
I am having fun. Are you having fun?
Having great fun. I've just had some peanuts.
I was worried that Ryan was uncomfortable.
He had a penis. He must have been hanging out with Henning.
He did the funniest thing last night. There was a jam, and in the middle of the jam, tell them what you did. You were sort of with Perfecto, weren't you? You were trading licks, and all of a sudden, Perfecto went like that, and you went into.
I can't remember.
It was so funny. It wasn't it a Deep Purple tune.
I think I played a really bad bit of Sweet Child of Mine. I know
Yeah,
I
you did that as well.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Every kind of music school, music shop riff that you shouldn't play, but really, really badly.
So here's a fun story. The hotel that we're all staying in, the owner of the hotel has like a covers band or something like
Yeah.
that. And so they have a hall for having events in, and he has a band set up in there.
Absolutely.
And everyone goes in there, of course, a hotel full of guitar YouTubers, and they have, you know, our sloppy jams, or very, very tight jams that are intimidating to me and definitely give me imposter syndrome, and so I didn't stand in there too long.
Did you play?
I did not play, but I have
I didn't
played
either.
at previous events.
I was going to drum, and then I heard the guy that is friends with Glenn start drumming, and I thought, no, I'm not going up there now. And also, I was very tired.
At the last
And
TGU, Jay Leonard J pushed me onto the stage at Toman. He's like, Ryan, you have to do it. Because I told him, like, I don't feel comfortable, like, I'm not good enough. He's like, no, get up there. And then it was awful. And I still feel awkward about it. And it wasn't being recorded. It was being live streamed to Toman's channel.
No.
And I'm like, and I was trying to play simple, like 2-chord kind of surf riff things. I was trying to get the band like, here, just play this. And they were like, what are you doing? And like, it was just a
It
disaster.
was so awkward that the drummer did not know the surf drums.
That was the problem, wasn't it?
Wipeout.
It
We're gonna do
wasn't.
You started playing Wipeout, and he did not know what Wipeout was.
So it wasn't Ryan's fault. It was the
wasn't. You were
drummer's
not
fault.
being supported by your fellow bandmates.
Damn drummers.
I forget who I was talking to at dinner last night. And he was like, oh, well, you have a band? Like, you play, like, what style of music do you play? I'm like, well, I play surf guitar. And he was like, what is that? And I had to explain the concept of it to him, and I do not think he understood.
Was he English or German?
I don't remember. I forget. I was very drunk last night.
Were you?
I was.
You lying devil.
Many of us stayed up very, very late last night. What we do every night at these things is we go out for dinner,
Yep.
we drink at dinner.
Yep.
On the way home from dinner, we stop by a gas station and we pick up multiple
Crates.
plastic crates of warm beer.
But what we don't do is coordinate who's getting the beer, so then
So
everybody gets the beer.
Everyone assumes I'm the only one getting beer. I have to get beer because there surely won't be beer. So everyone gets 2 crates of beer. And then we stand in the parking lot in front of this hotel. And
Opposite the kindergarten.
opposite the kindergarten.
Yeah, and drink.
And drink until all the beer is gone, and then we go to
And
bed.
then we drunk schnapps, and that schnapps
Oh my
had
God.
smelt of roast lamb. I don't know why, it just had that. It reminded me, it tasted of the smell of like roast dinner.
Are there any more British people
Are we
here?
talking
'Cause
about
I feel
the,
this is
the pink
unbalanced.
one or the clear one?
It is a
That
little
pink one was
I need one more.
amazing.
We need a German.
I wish I
really.
could get that in America.
No, I want one more Brit.
I did,
Do you?
Yeah.
didn't do it.
Lee,
It's-
you'll do.
Isn't it?
I've got to
It's
go
in
make
there.
a video, gentlemen.
You got a minute?
Okay,
Thank
enjoy,
you.
enjoy.
Of course. That,
Lovely to see you. as
it was your
always.
I'll go and
friend.
grab a sandwich then.
It was your friend. It was your friend, the masseuse. I don't want to.
Benji.
Benji. I always second guessing it. I was like, was it Benji or was there the dog here? There's a dog named Benji.
Right.
I don't know if that's made it across the pond.
Yeah, it has.
Okay.
Yeah.
Benji the dog.
I like Benji.
So, anyways, Benji came and gave us all massages. That's the side story. But he makes this schnapps. He was trying to explain to me this. Oh, it's made with the fruit. I cut up this fruit and I put it in bottles and I aged it at 6 months. And I'm drinking it and I'm like, this doesn't taste like fruit to me in the American sense of fruit. And then he pulls up his phone. He pulls up pictures. Pine cones is made with what Americans consider pine cones, and it's honestly really good.
Really?
It's
Can I give you a little bit more information?
Sure.
As an honorary Austrian.
Yes.
Zirbelschnaps. It's made from needles and pine cones that are grown on a tree.
Now he's done.
That's the only high altitude in Austria.
Right.
So these are high altitude. It's not your common or garden pine cones.
Sure. I could tell that they were a unique pine cone, but it was still a pine cone.
I don't fancy that.
But it was like rose pink, and it had this. I was like, it's got like a eucalyptus menthol sort of thing going on. It's also got this kind of like oily mouthfeel, but it also feels warm, like oil, like that, but when butter melts across your tongue.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
And it feels warm,
Ooh.
like it's a warm sensation and a smooth sensation. It's not a burning alcohol. It's very, very warm and smooth. It's delightful. Like I told him, like I want to sit in a leather chair next to a crackling fire
And drink
and
that.
just sip it and sniff it like all night long after the kids go to bed or
That's
something
what
like
she said.
But no
That's
one
what she
sips
said.
it in Austria. It's
They
one and done.
that. They pop the top and they
You
just chug it.
just lick a tree, and that's. And then you do
People
something
got
else.
tired of chewing on pine cones, so they figured out a way to bottle it.
Well, his family are famous within our very small group of friends sort of area for that. They make the best one.
Oh, so that
wow.
was the best one.
It depends, but I'm not going to go against that, but there are other ones available.
It was delightful. It
Is
was
this
delightful.
different to the stuff that Dennis was buying everyone?
Yes.
Right, okay.
That was plum.
Yeah, that was a plum schnapps.
Plunge.
They say that plunge. It's plunger
Plunge
schnapps.
Snaps.
Plunger schnapps, like
Yeah.
we make in
And
America.
Mahilla, and apricot as well.
And apricot.
Yeah.
It was delightful, but I felt like the pine cone booze was unique and special.
That's
Like,
what's. It's my favourite schnapps.
I feel like I could get plum schnapps.
Also,
in America.
hazelnut schnapps is good. Hazelnuts.
What is schnapps exactly? That's the title of the episode. What is schnapps?
It's like a cross between a fruit flavour. It's like a cross between a fruit flavour, engine oil, and nail polish remover.
People always dog on it like, oh, it's paint thinner or whatever. It tastes fine. It doesn't taste
Like
awful.
like fruity paint thinner.
But it can be cheap, which is why it's sometimes
Sure,
terrible.
sure.
Ah, right.
And I think it's quite simply like some alcoholic mix of vodka with some pine cones thrown in. it's not that hard to make.
But like the
That's
regular,
how
slow
they
gin,
make it.
like
They
slow
literally
gin.
they get
but the
a
regular,
bottle,
the plum schnapps didn't have pine cones in it.
No, they have plum cones in it.
plums.
But it's some sort of distilled liquor mixed with fruit.
See, that's why we don't need schools.
We can figure it out. We do
Sorry,
it
is the camera in the
American
way?
style. You just decide what the answer is, and that's what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Andy Paris.
Chris
Nailed
Jupiter
it.
has been working on his Andy impersonation, and he's
Hello.
better than Andy at sounding it like
Andy
Andy.
2.0.
Yeah.
Super Andy. Super Andy. Ultra Andy.
Ultra.
Ultra.
I am Ultra Andy.
I heard you say to someone who gave you get driving directions or something when we were trying to park yesterday. You said super donkey. Super
no.
donkey.
Super, comma, danke.
Super donkey.
Super, danke.
Super donkey. And I want to turn that into an American phrase.
Super dank. Super
Because
dank.
it sounds rad.
Super dank.
That is
Super
super
dank.
dank.
But it's just super thank you, right? Super donkey.
No, it's not super thank you. It's super, comma,
Thank you. So, in other words, thank you
like,
very much.
that's
that
great,
was super.
thanks.
Very kind.
The
of you.
way that I heard it and I interpreted it is fun. The way you're saying it is boring.
You're right.
Super danky.
Even
I
at the
like that.
time,
I
I
think
thought,
we
I'm
should-
not going to spoil your joke.
Super thank you. Like
we should make it a new thing. That's it. It's super. Thank you.
It's like a super chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Super chat.
It's a
Brilliant.
super chat you can do in
Put it on
person
YouTube
without
so
money.
everyone understands.
Exactly. Super danker.
Super danka.
Yeah, but if you got to be careful with the danker because if you say super dank in South Wales, that's a bad thing.
Why?
Like you refer to something being dank if it's a bit of a dump.
That's rubbish.
Yeah.
dank is a positive term in America.
Still.
Danker.
Danke.
Danky.
Okay.
Danke.
Danky.
Thank you.
Donkey. Hey, donkey.
My
Your little face was so.
my very conservative American Sunday school teaching mother learned the term dank and used it consistently and constantly for about a year, and we loved it. Because she heard like one of my siblings using the word dank to describe something, and she's like, "What does that mean? Is that a swear?" I'm like, no, it means it's it's really good. And she's like, "Oh," and she started using for everything. She's like, "Oh man, this soup turned out really dank."
So if she was in Wales, that would be this soup is bloody awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. It would be pretty bad. It would be very bad soup.
So
Very
it mean-
dank soup,
Dank
Like
soup.
I'm getting that like
Isn't it?
isn't it?
Dank water.
in like
Dank water.
Water.
I'm getting that.
Water.
We've got a mix
Water.
up of letters, of leading letters on the words. In America, rank sounds like it's what you use as dank. Like, oh, that's rank.
We also use that.
We use that too.
Oh, okay.
We like to.
Why do you need two words for the same thing?
Well, why not? We like to complain.
What about wank? That
It's
could be
like
really-
how the Eskimos.
That's a very Welsh word.
What is it?
wank.
We also
Wank,
use
yes,
that to describe when when something's bad as well.
Yeah, but wank is good, but unless something is wank.
And then it's bad.
Then it's
It's
bad.
bad.
Like
yeah.
wanking is good, but someone who wanks is bad.
Only in
A
public.
wanker is bad,
A wanker is bad.
but everyone wants a wank every now and then.
Everyone. Unless you're a super wanker.
Because
Don't mention my name.
But you could wank, which would be a bad thing. The coffee's bad.
right.
But you might also say this coffee is rank.
or dank.
Or dank.
Oh, dank. Yeah.
If I heard a British person say this coffee is rank, I would be like they're ranking it.
Even though that you know that rank means bad, where
Bad.
you're from.
Right, but when a British person says it, to me it sounds positive. Like, oh,
Really?
this is rank. Like they're ranking it on a scale.
Yeah.
You're
And you
right.
would only mention it if it was ranking high.
You're right. We are wrong. Rank should be good.
It
Yeah.
should be. It
I
should
just
Top
fixed
rank.
British
Top rank.
language.
You fitched it.
I fitched it.
God damn.
Fished it.
I'm
Super
the American.
danker. Super danker.
How do I have a podcast and a YouTube channel? I can't talk.
Super donkey.
Super donkey? Did you just switch into Eddie Murphy's Shrek voice? Super donkey.
Super donkey. Isn't it? Though.
This is why I asked him to be on this.
Podcast so why not?
Here's an on topic question.
Go on.
Do I have
That I've been
Instagram?
thinking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Hit us, right, guy.
China guitar skeptic, although I'm not that anymore.
He's not skeptical of Chinese guitars
No, I'm
anymore.
not. In fact, I really like
aware
them,
they
especially
exist.
those Ibanez ones.
You should change it to China guitar enthusiast.
Yes, but no, we want something that begins with S. China
Super.
guitar, super donkey.
This might be funny just because we're hungover. here's my question. Here's a topic,
topic.
call out. We're professional YouTubers. We're here at this event because we're professional YouTubers, and apparently this is a marketable skill that companies will throw money at.
Sorry, did you say professional?
Well, I make my full living.
okay.
See you later, mate. Bye-bye. Ciao.
Well, a seat is opened up. He's really gone. Okay. So anyway.
British humor.
Yeah. Here, a microphone is opened up. Here you go.
Hang on. Well, you could just go to that
Yeah,
chair.
go,
couldn't you?
oh, he's back.
Oh, even funnier. Even funnier. You could get a
Oh
sandwich.
my
and come back.
goodness. So
You're allowed to.
Nice, speak and roll.
So anyways,
This topic,
I-
you've been teasing it for ages.
I know I'm building it up. I'm building up the tension. I always think in terms of what is the ultimate end to something. What is the final destination to this? What is the logical conclusion? Like, personally, how long do you see yourself going with this? Do you see yourself going into retirement,
That's a great question.
doing guitar YouTubing?
Something I often contemplate.
Wow.
Yeah, it's important because it's like I've thrown all my chips in on this.
Yes.
And you know, I can go back to things I've done previously, but it will take time to rebuild those businesses. I'm full in on this now,
Wow.
but will I want to be on it full? Will it be possible to be full in?
So do you feel that you want to do it forever?
As long as there are companies like me spending thousands of money to review our stuff from you, you will have jobs. So you make my job, then I can sell stuff. I get money, I can pay you, so do your work.
That was Chris Jupiter on the side, Jupiter Effects, with an expert professional opinion. I think there's going to be viability to what we're doing for forever, whether it's YouTube or another platform.
I think the answer is, to elaborate on that, is if the audience is there and they still want to watch whatever it is this is, then yes, it has a lifespan.
But what about
When the audience leaves, that's it.
can you see yourself?
You're important and I am important. We're like a chain, a yin and yang. You are important and I am important.
Symbiosis, if I may.
But can you see yourself
Symbiotic.
getting up in age, approaching retirement, even later, kind of middle age, where Mike is, and you felt that coming, didn't you?
And it really hurt.
Mike, when you retire in a year or two,
What do you mean? It was
how
year
old are you?
50.
I'm gonna be 40. You're only 10 years older than me.
And he's 40 already.
Yeah. I'm gonna be 40 next year.
Aw.
No, next month.
Next
no,
month?
No,
Oh my
next,
goodness.
No,
Next
I'm
month.
going to be 40 next week.
Happy birthday for
Actually,
next
when
week.
this publishes, I'll probably already be 40.
Oh, man.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Ryan. Happy birthday. And Lee's asking the camera.
But like, I look at this concept,
Super donkey.
and I'm sure Andy does.
What's that?
And you look at it a little bit different, but it's more immediate for you. It's coming up soon. I'm looking at, like, for me to make it to retirement doing this, that's potentially 25 years from now. I've done the podcast for nearly 8, and it feels like I've been doing it forever. I'm still enjoying it, but 25 years is a really long time to do something.
I see
And-
myself moving on.
And will an audience on the internet be interested in watching old man Ryan dick around with Squires and fuzz pedals?
Why not?
For 25 years.
But so,
Why not?
so we age, so do you.
I'm already
But
retired.
new people come in, and we will be dependent partially on the newer audiences. Will we be relevant as we approach the age of our elders?
Yes, of course, because it's about the audience age as well. It's okay. I don't mind that.
I called
Do
you
you
an
know what?
elder. It's a
Do you
term
know
of
what?
respect.
It beats the alternative, man.
What's the alternative?
Death.
Younger.
Oh, sure.
I think
I'll
that
keep getting older.
I think I'm going to be diversifying. So I don't think we have. I've worked so hard, as we all have, to build what we have built so far, and it's continued to be built. And as long as I'm enjoying it, I will continue doing it. And
Yes.
as long as it's viable financially for me to do it, I will do it.
Well,
However,
you say that, but there's for me personally, and I'm for sure for you and you, there's been so many years, a large percentage of this where it hasn't been financially viable.
no, it's been a stupid move.
It's
but
a
all you
bad
need
idea.
All you need to succeed is staying power. That's it.
It's lasting power. The only thing that
That's what I
makes
said, but with a different word.
It's-
that makes
it's-
me a better YouTube channel than so many others is that I kept doing it.
Just keep
It's
doing
not
it.
staying power. It's blind stupidity.
Yeah. With
Stubborn.
staying power.
It's
Stubbornness.
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 It's stubborn. That's it.
It's stubbornness.
I honestly believe
Like a donkey.
I'm a super donkey.
Super donkey.
I honestly believe that the only reason I'm here doing this, making a living doing this, is because I've brute forced my way into this industry. No one was asking for this. I just forced my way in, and I'm like, here I am. I'm at the party. Pay me.
Let me ask a question. Chris Jupiter, how many pedals did you sell when Ryan did his video?
I guess 80 in the first 2 weeks.
That's an anomaly.
Do they see me? No. Okay, so. Hi, Daddy. Like 80 in the first run, and the Super Weirdo was one of the pedals that were on the disconnected list. So discontinued. Yeah. Because it's like a cool gimmick, but not for everyone. And then it exploded, and it's now one of our best sellers.
That's
so
crazy.
In the first
I
week,
did that
Yeah, you did that.
by accident.
Yeah. And we sold like 80 in the first weeks,
It's incredible.
and then it gets slower, but it never really stopped.
That's so funny to me.
I built like 20 a month,
wow.
like only Super Weirdos. At least. Yeah.
I don't.
Thank you.
It's. I mean, I'm doing this.
sit here?
Companies are paying me because they want that sort of result, but it is still.
I didn't pay you at all.
You didn't pay me at all for that one, but because I was doing my COVID series. Was like, builders, send me something, I will do an unboxing for free, because COVID had just started, and it's like I wanted to do a community.
I
thing.
saw the video, I pressed pause, I opened Facebook and was like, just make the hook right there.
What did you do?
Made the hook right there. So
He locked it in. He hooked me.
just
connection.
yeah,
the connection.
just like no time wasted.
Oh, you're leaving. Someone
Going
off
to
camera
Hawaii?
is leaving.
Ciao, Luca.
It's been wonderful. Yeah, I mean that is a best case scenario for any channel, is to produce a video and have a report on legitimate results like that. It doesn't happen all the time. It is a bit of a gamble for any brand to invest in this sort of thing. And even if they don't get immediate results, at the end of the day, they have a resource to promote that they can put on their websites and things like that. But yeah, that was incredible. I still can't believe it. One of the few other times when I've had that experience is I promoted a guitar that was sent to me by a friend who didn't make the guitar. He's like, "Hey, check this thing out," and then I did a video on the guitar and I put a link to the company, and then the company took everyone's money and then disappeared. It was that Goldfinch guitar. But he wrote me after the video. I was like, "I just sold so many guitars. Thank you, thank you, thank you." And then he disappeared with the money. And so I left the videos up. I removed the link and I replaced it with a blurb like, "I'm so sorry. If you're watching this and you're interested in this, I'm sorry to everyone who ordered something. I'm sorry, but this person has scammed you. I'm sorry. I had to put a disclaimer on it."
I did not know.
And I've heard a rumor that he's back in business. He started a new one. I don't know what it's called. He started a new company.
in the music instrument industry. How do you How do you make your way back into the music instrument industry?
I
Any
don't
industry,
know.
the same industry that you
Right,
screwed?
right.
There must
And
be
I'm-
more people.
I'm pitching this a certain way because people did get scammed. I don't think he was intending to scam. I think
You're doing with your own with your own YouTube channel, and then be back as Randy, and not Andy.
but we have
the guitar
seen
freak.
Yeah, the guitar, Randy, the guitar freak.
we have seen companies come back from that sort of thing, like Vertex
Yes,
Effects and things like that. But I don't think he was intending to do that. Small builders can get caught off guard and fail from a rush of success because they're not able to keep up with demand.
I was going to
And
say,
then
especially if they take loads of
Yeah, but
orders that they can't fulfill.
they get all this.
Why didn't
mo-
he just give the money back?
Because what happens, a smaller builder gets all this money, and then that money disappears into business costs trying to get the
Yeah.
product made, and then by the time they get down the pipe far enough, the money's gone and the profit is gone that would have been there from producing the product, and it's not even finished, and they just have to walk away because they spent the money producing the product, but it was never finished. And
So
so-
he didn't just take the money and run. He
from what I understand, he
did
did
try.
have some personal stuff going on, and it was overwhelming for him.
Basically, then he had like 50 unfinished guitars.
But the
And you
thing,
can tell the customers it's like that. There are the materials.
Right.
Upload a photo. Here are the materials. We didn't forgot you, but we need a bit longer and more help.
That was the big- yeah.
the right thing to do.
that the biggest problem is he, metaphorically disconnected the phone. Like he never replied to emails. People were writing him like, "Hey, I sent you money 4 months ago, and there's been no confirmation. There's been no update. Can I get my money back, please? Is there any sort of what's going on? Tell me what's going on." And he didn't reply to anyone. He just disappeared.
Isn't it lack of communication one of the biggest problems in the world with every subject? And
sure.
what we're doing right now is communicating, which is solving these world problems.
Badly.
We're helping the world.
That's what we're doing. We're replacing all that communication that's being missed by people like your friend and business partner. And
Yeah, I was in bed with him. Like, I had a stake in the company. I didn't talk to him. Like, the guitar was sent to me by a different person, and I was like, "This is interesting." It was a gift from a friend.
I see.
It was never official,
Okay, now I'm filling in the gaps.
so I had no communication with the builder. I was just like, a friend sent me a guitar, and I was like, "This is fun. I'm going to show this off." And then the whole thing went sideways. So I had no beat on the character or the quality of character of the builder. I had no interactions with them leading up to it.
Really wasn't your fault.
No, I don't think anyone thinks it does.
Super
Thinks
donkey.
it is.
You were instrumental in the failure and scamming, but you didn't do anything
In a way,
wrong.
I mean, it's terrible that people lost money. It's terrible that maybe he was overwhelmed and stuff like that. But in a way, I ripped off the Band-Aid and revealed a weakness in
You did
his
him a favor.
in his business plan quicker.
Yeah.
He failed quicker
Yeah.
than he would have.
Yeah. You did
So
him
I
a favor.
saved him some time. I saved him years of failing,
Yeah.
and he did it in a couple months instead.
He was good at failing. You see, he succeeded in failing.
Yeah,
Failing fast is a big, big skill you need to acquire.
right. It's a talking
really
point
good
at
at it.
every TED Talk. I'm going to
Fail
talk about
fast.
failing fast, and the audience groans. Like that's what the last guy
Is
talked
this
about.
is this not a TED Talk?
Oh, it will be.
Okay.
Did you know? Do you guys know about TED Talks?
Yeah. Love
But
him.
do you know about them?
Does it stand for technology and education?
No,
The
there's
thing-
something underneath this.
The thing that TED
Rip
Talk,
that Band-Aid off.
The thing that TED Talk did wrong, because when TED Talks first started coming out, I was like, wow, this is very entertaining. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
Experts talking about things that they know
Yeah.
a lot about in really important ways and
Yeah.
giving us information in a way that feels very compelling. What they did is they started renting out the brand and the stage and the format, and they would let people come in for a price and use the stage without an audience and just film it and do their own TED Talks, and they were allowing people who are just like snake oil salesmen and stuff like
No
that.
way.
And so there's a lot of TED Talks floating around.
Isn't that called
So
TEDx?
TEDx.
though?
Right, but most people don't understand what the
Ah.
difference is, and the branding. There's
Yeah.
like, oh, TED Talk, the sign of quality.
TEDx.
But it's like it'll be some person that's like talking about curing autism with magnets or something like that.
Wow.
And it's like you see the TED
Perfectly
Talks
feasible.
logo behind them, and you're seeing it being shared, and it absolutely has damaged their brand.
I stopped watching TED Talks because I started seeing TEDx, not knowing what you've just talked about.
Right.
And I just thought, that's not interesting. I didn't get like scammed or anything, but I just
Right.
thought that's just not something I want to watch. I didn't feel that, that fake feeling that we think, I've just learned something.
Right.
You know.
This doesn't feel like technology, education, or design.
Yeah.
Or is it education or engineering? Might be engineering.
Is it engineering? It could be, yeah.
Yeah. Educating
Technology,
engineers.
engineering, design. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
That makes kind of sense.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. Ted.
It's-
Ted, the donkey. The super donkey.
It's actually tomato, eggplant, and
Dinosaur.
dinosaur. I could Donner. It's Donner kebab. No, it wouldn't be because it's American, huh?
Can you name a food that begins with D?
I'm going for dog, but I mean hot
Not
dog.
dog food.
well,
Dog
the
food.
Chinese eat
Yeah.
dog.
Tomato.
Dim sum.
No, dog some.
Come on.
Oh.
Come on.
Name a food that begins with D. Tom.
All of a sudden, I black you out and just go to like 4/3 ratio and continue the podcast.
Donuts.
Donuts. Tomato, eggplant, and donuts.
Donuts.
It's like a BLT from
L.
another dimension. Tomato, eggplant, and donut.
No, tomato and eggplant donuts.
No, I'm imagining it as a sandwich. You
Oh.
cut the donut as the bread, and you put a slice of tomato, a slice of eggplant.
And
Maybe it's like
donut
fried.
as
Maybe it's
well.
fried eggplant or something like that.
Interesting point. Those two rolls I've just eaten on your podcast are the first time I had bread in 20 weeks. And now I need to be sick.
It seems like pretty much half of the people here are keto or keto adjacent, and we're all breaking it.
I like that.
Keto
Keto
adjacent.
adjacent. That's got to be the title of this.
I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna do a TEDx talk. I'm gonna pitching keto adjacent.
Find out how much it costs.
And we should do it.
You want
That'd
to
be
jump
awesome.
in, Trey? You want to hang out?
Trey, come and
Trey's
hang out.
doing a dance
There you go,
behind.
man.
It's like a snake.
Please replace Mike.
Tag in.
Yeah, tag in.
Oh no, I've just been outnumbered. I was winning a moment.
We're talking about
Outnumbered in terms of what?
Americans.
Oh, by Americans.
Right,
yes.
right. It was a
Title of your sex tape. Outnumbered by Americans.
It was an American sandwich in British bread, and now it's
I'm
some
off
sort
voice,
of
Andy.
off-center.
Now it's the KFC Double Down.
Oh, by the way, thank you for having me.
Of course,
You're welcome.
Mike is one of my favorite people. I mean, I like you too, Trey, but he's.
You shouldn't like you two. They're a terrible
New
band.
glasses. Fierman.
So we're
Yeah,
talking
Mike's the
about
Feel
a
the
tomato eggplant donut sandwich.
The donut is the bread.
The donut is the bread, and it'd be
Tomato,
like fried
egg-
eggplant,
Uh-huh.
like kind of like Italian style.
And then what was the other ingredient? Tomato.
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 I wouldn't eat that for. It would be a high price to get me to take a bite of that.
I mean, you're at the county fair, you see it, you're like, I'll try it.
Wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
Hate tomatoes.
Oh, you hate tomatoes.
Love tomato-based things.
What if it was a tomato sauce?
Tomato sauce I like.
So if
Ketchup.
it
Tomato soup I like.
Mm-hmm.
Pasta sauce. The tomato becomes other things as the butterfly. As the caterpillar becomes the butterfly. Wouldn't want to eat a caterpillar. I'll eat the shit out of a butterfly though.
Oh yeah, it's got butter on it.
It's true. It used to be flutterby, and it's a spoonerism.
Is it texture or taste?
Both.
Really?
Both. Yeah. If I bite into a tomato, it's a bad time. I'm a sad
You know you're
boy.
supposed to slice them. You're not supposed to eat it like an apple.
No, I mean if I bite into something and there's a whole tomato in it.
You know what sucks? As someone who enjoys
Tomatoes.
tomatoes, cherry tomatoes.
Really?
Cherry tomatoes are BS.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
A lot of
whoa,
people
whoa.
love cherry tomatoes.
You put them in a salad.
Explain
you put
that.
it in a salad. You're trying to get it with a fork, and like,
Oh, it's a pain in the ass, you mean? Yeah. So one
what the
time,
hell?
It's
one
food
time I
and
decided
entertainment.
to. A friend of mine was like, "You gotta try this cherry tomato, bro. Like I grew it in my garden," and I was like, "All right, fine." And I put it in my mouth and took a bite and spit it out immediately into the sink. And
Before you even bit into it.
no, I bit
Oh, okay.
bit into it.
Can we ask Henning the question that was kind of a topic? Because
What?
Yes.
it's him that I look up to
We'll
to answer that
come
question.
back to that. Henning, sit on one of our knees. Trey can answer this as well because he wasn't here.
Why did you invite
Sit on all of our
this?
So the question is, oh my gosh, in short.
By the
can
way,
you
we're all fully vaccinated. This is totally corona conformed.
You can also do this if you're.
Yeah, but I feel like I should be wearing a
get
prophylactic
vaccinated
to
so we
boot.
can lie on each other's laps.
get vaccinated.
Yeah.
Get vaccinated.
Get vaccinated so that this could be your future.
What is the question?
There's my butt in your face.
Yeah.
It's in Trey's face.
Yep.
Is
The question is, can you see yourself? Oh, that's digging my phone into my leg.
Was the end goal, wasn't it?
Can you see as
This is how his
as
phone breaks without a case.
can you?
Can I see?
Can you see?
Yes, I have glasses.
We were about to get somewhere topical.
Can I see myself?
N+1.
Okay, as professional YouTubers, who many of us are doing this full time, it is our a good portion of our living. Can you see yourself taking this to retirement?
Heck no.
Oh, I thought we were
wants to
talking
see-
about a sandwich. Jesus.
We were before.
Who
But
wants
now we're
to
talking
see
about
a
actual
bald
things.
German
Oh,
guy?
I'm sorry. Did you just say retirement?
Retirement.
I'm never gonna retire.
Well, death.
Yeah, I'll do
Into-
this until
to
I
death,
die.
yes.
Into old age?
Like, who
If
wants to see a
YouTube
bald-
still exists in 60 years, I'll probably still be doing
You
it.
think you're going to make it 60 years?
And of course now Leslie walks
Well,
I mean, you are 14.
in.
Not
Leslie,
everyone
don't
knows
come
that.
in here.
yeah. So I think, I mean, yeah, I don't ever want to do anything else. I mean, YouTube and music.
Right,
like,
right.
Not just YouTube, but doing music, being a musician. Why would I retire? Why would I ever retire from doing the best job in the world? Like, that's like, would you ever stop having orgies with cheerleaders? Like, why stop?
So
Why
you're
stop the
saying-
cheerleader
you're saying
orgy?
Being a guitar YouTuber is as good as orgies with cheerleaders.
I don't know. I've never had a cheerleader orgy because I'm a fucking guitar player.
I want to be very specific. He means
College
college
cheerleaders.
College
yeah,
cheerleaders.
like
yes.
basketball cheerleaders.
Yeah, yeah.
Not- Jesus. I don't
So
have to specify that.
Tall cheerleaders.
Tall cheerleaders.
But I mean, we did just establish that you are 14, though. So you have a
Right.
couple years.
So it would be illegal for them
Hang on-
to
hang
have
on,
sex
Trey.
with me.
What if you can't make that choice? What if you can't choose to continue? What if your audience dwindles?
or the market changes, the technology changes.
Oh,
Everyone's going to TikTok. I'm
Yeah,
not
I mean-
dancing. Nobody wants to see that.
like, would I keep doing it
But
if
they wanna
nobody's
see
watching, or what, or if I
Yeah.
like, what do I
But
do?
yes
Well,
or
yeah, I
no?
mean, obviously, if I have to have a different job, I do. But
right.
what's great about this is that I have all of these skills. Oh,
I think you would be a very great Walmart greeter.
that's true. Hello, welcome to Walmart. I love you.
Welcome to Walmart. I love you.
Welcome to Walmart. I love you.
We've said it 3 times now.
I'd
that
be-
makes it funny.
I'd be pretty good at that.
Welcome to Walmart.
But
I love
in that same vein, like I
New
have all of
ringtone.
the from doing this, I have so many skills that are transferable
Oh,
to so many other
sure.
jobs that I'm not worried about shit. Like if YouTube
Can you list a few of those
tanks
jobs
tomorrow,
just for a moment?
fluffer, lead fluffer, assistant fluffer. No, I
It's
could.
a lot of fluffing.
Well, editing
Our
video
friend Ryan
is something
Bruce
that
has
I
already
couldn't
named
do.
himself in that direction. He knows where he's going.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Fluffer, fluffy.
Fluffy, you're down to be a
That's what you
fluffy.
need.
No, but like literally,
Someone
like
beat Alex.
first of all, video editor. Before I started doing YouTube, I wasn't very good
you
at
don't
editing
edit
video.
your videos. You have
And-
minions doing that for you.
But
you know how.
You have the skill.
Until recently, I did it all myself. I could just be a guitar player in a band. I could be a bass player.
No,
in a,
you could not.
There's no money in that.
Whatever. Or some other kind of on-screen personality.
Yeah. No, I feel exactly the same way. Like the amount of skills you have to get started doing this, and when you get bigger, you can hire employees and stuff like that. A few people are doing that. But yeah, on-screen talent, on-camera talent. You become that because you learn how to be on camera and talk to an audience and engage with an audience while staring into a black glassy hole that gives you nothing back.
Yeah.
Editor,
Sucks.
director, animation. Some of us do animations, and on top of it, you have to be a musician.
Yeah.
And you have to self-market.
Really?
Well,
You don't have to be a
Have
good
you watched
musician.
your channel?
I'm talking about you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just
I said
general
you have
camera
to be a
operator,
musician.
videographer. Alex and I shot a music video for somebody else like 2-3 weeks ago, and I haven't seen it yet, but it looked great through that little, on the little monitor. And I've gotten paid to be just a videographer several times, and I probably would make more money doing that than doing
Every
YouTube
single
at this
one of
point.
us could take the equipment that we have, and we could go shoot one wedding a weekend,
I'd have to buy a couple more cameras.
and we would all make better money.
No, I think I need I need more
Just
specific
one
wedding
more
equipment.
piece of gear,
I think I
and
need a little bit more for the weddings.
It's always N+1.
My idea would be putting on these events like full time. How is that, Leslie? What do you think about doing these events full time?
Oh, she is shaking her head. She looks
No.
very upset.
Yeah.
She just wants all of us to go, including
She didn't even want to
me.
do this one.
Or the last
What,
one.
Henning? What if float this concept? What if you held these events at other locations and got major retailers involved? Would that help you?
Hey, that's a great idea.
Because you could move it
Maybe
to different
cede a little bit of
locations.
creative control.
Whose channel is this on?
Mine.
Well then, fuck you. Fuck you up, you stupid ass, Ryan. What a mean ass question is that? Yeah, that's where been there, done that.
Yeah.
Henning was like, it'll be so much better if I do it my way. And then somebody moved a fucking cable and the whole thing fell apart.
Yeah. So no, you won't see me on YouTube forever because I'm old and I'm mediocre.
You're already so close to retirement, so
And I
why
would have
not?
to shoot myself because, trust me, this job doesn't actually give you retirement funds. It gives you month to month plus a good camera every month funds. So I don't know how people
plus
save
just
up money
one
doing
camera
this
a
job.
month
That's
until you have a
question.
respectable
I genuinely
collection.
want the answer
Henning
to this
is on the
from you.
one camera a month allowance.
What answer?
What are you going to do? Because
Nothing.
I know it's a running joke, but you do not need these cameras. Stop. You do not need these cameras.
If you put your camera money into a retirement fund
Yes.
instead, you
So
could live to at least 60, which is only next year. So, but you know what I mean. Like,
I have done work in professional video studios where professional video production is being done for major corporations full time. They do not have the cameras that you have. They rent what they need when they need it.
I could not do these events if I didn't have this gear.
No,
Yeah, but you-
no.
That's
You
true,
had the
but
gear before
you
did
had
the
it
event.
before this.
Shut up. That's not the point. That's not the point. And renting this would be completely out of the question. Everything that the companies pay to be here, I would have to spend in renting the gear to make these studios work. One of these cameras is $200 a day. That's without lens. That's without adding.
Right,
it
but
up,
you didn't have to buy any new ones to put on the event. You've already had them all.
You didn't have to buy a red.
We are filming this right now with a $700 camera I brought from
And that's
home.
what it looks like. Okay. I'm sorry. It's subpar.
We're on YouTube.
He's shitting
Do you-
on your channel.
Do you have any idea how much this is worth?
I do it all the
much.
time.
-5.
Correct.
Okay, I gotta go because
This has got to be good for your back.
there's an event to run.
Benji's not here today.
And you thought you weren't going to be in any video.
Just as I start getting hard, he
oh,
leaves.
God. Usually got to pay good money for this kind of action. Here we are, getting it for free.
So did we solve the problem?
I don't think I don't think we can solve the problem. I think we won't really know.
You've got to be fluid, and you've got to be ready to change, and you've got to be ready to adapt, and that's how I've been all my life as a musician.
I came out of a graphic design background, and when I was in school for it, the professors said you have to be prepared for the entire business to change every 3 years, and they told me that in the early 2000s. Here we are 20 years later, and it's still true. It might be faster. You have to change your business model if you're in media, not alone for graphic design. You have to change your business model on the fly regularly, and you have to be willing to give up what you were doing before to keep moving, to keep going. And so I'm thinking 25 years in the future when I might consider retiring is baffling to me. Like, what changes will I have to endure, survive, process to continue doing this as a job? Will there be a change that I will not be able to keep up with? You know, what if we have to move all of this into a virtual space?
Yeah.
How much more affordable can those boards get?
I know, right? Well, the government can start paying you to have cheap pedals.
Well, I think of it like this. A lot of what we do is like personality based.
Mm-hmm.
Personality based, you know what I'm saying, Ryan?
Yeah,
and
big
that's
personalities
absolutely cross platform for everything. You know, like 50 years ago, not even 50, 20 years ago, we would have had to be TV personalities.
We would have to go to school for it or something like that, or have to be discovered.
But the only platform was like TV, movies,
Right.
home video, you know. But like a lot of personalities that have been successful, like I'm thinking of like Logan Paul and them, they started on Vine,
Right.
which doesn't even exist anymore. They went to YouTube and TikTok, and they're still crushing it because it's always the same basic elements, you know, having a good personality, being easy to work with, leveraging for sponsorships and to keep going long term, and you know, to turn it into a career. It's always the same shit. So it doesn't really matter what the platform is. Like if YouTube tanks sometime, and it's changed a lot even in just the 7 years that I've been doing it.
It
you know,
feels more like,
and we're still here.
there was a period where YouTube was the exciting new thing, and in the past couple of years, it has shifted to being a utility. It's seen as a utility. It's like a phone book, where right now, TikTok is the hot thing. It's the new exciting kid on the block. But I honestly don't think our formats are going to be aged out too quickly because of how long the videos are, how detail-oriented they need to be for people to, you know, figure out if they want a product or not. Like things like TikTok are purely entertainment.
Do you see yourself becoming a TikToker?
I already am.
You're dancing?
I'm not dancing.
I have a proper viral hit on TikTok. It's
folding a guitar.
I'm not in it, but it's on my TikTok. This is my curse. But it's literally an 8-second video of a guy at Summer NAMM folding a guitar, and like this folding travel guitar, and it went bonkers. It's got 600,000 views or whatever. So like, I don't really have anything else worth anything on there, but now I'm like, oh, I guess I could do stuff on this.
I go on TikTok and various other platforms that don't make me any money, technically don't have any profit for me, because I figure I want to be where the audience might be to get a beat on what they like, when people are having conversations. And also, like, from a professional angle, you know, if, you know, Chris Jupiter looks up, you know, 60 Cycle Hum, I want them to see that I'm everywhere.
Yeah.
That my brand is everywhere, even if I'm not big on certain places.
Depending. I maybe don't want a TikToker as my...
Sure.
You know? Like the TikToker.
Right, right. No, you still want it to be an effective channel that will be meaningful to your brand. But like, say I'm working with, you know, like a major retailer like Sweetwater, who sponsored the hot tubs here, and they're like, oh yeah, he's got a TikTok too, so he's on top of current trends.
Yeah, he's speaking to the younger people.
Right, right. Like they can pitch that in a meeting, like, oh, and he's on TikTok too, and the executives will be like, my granddaughter was telling me about that.
I like it because I'm a narcissist, and any opportunity to point a camera at myself and other people will see it is great, and that feeds the ego, and that keeps me going almost as much as the money.
So you dance on TikTok?
Was that an easy thing for you? That
Only
was
because I'm a bad dancer, and I don't think
that was an
anybody can-
attraction for you, starting that, like, I want to be on camera, I want to be seen, and
Yeah.
it was very natural
Like
for you.
I'm like half joking, but I like to perform.
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit of a sickness. It's kind of an addiction.
Sure.
Like, do they like me? They like me? I don't know. I can't tell. Please. It's worse when you're just shooting something by yourself, like you were saying, into the void and getting nothing back, rather than a live audience. But it's the same basic idea, you know. Just some people like to perform. I have a kind of a loud, outgoing personality, and if I wasn't a performer, like if I don't do the things that I do on camera, then I'm just an obnoxious guy, you know, like in real life with regular people.
I hate to break this to you, Trey Xavier, but you're just a loud, obnoxious guy.
Well, that's true, but then the camera is on me, and the only person who and that's coming from another loud, obnoxious guy.
This is true.
at least then it has some value.
I had a really tough time getting started because I started as the podcast, which was audio only.
Right.
And I'm not someone who's narcissistic in the direction of looking in the mirror and like oh, there's a picture of me, let's see how I look and stuff like that. Like it was a really hard transition for me I started doing demos where it was just camera on product and captions. And then I was like,
you weren't even in it. Your face wasn't in it.
Yeah, my voice wasn't even in it. And then I was like, I'm starting this as a podcast. People are gonna want to hear my voice, and if they want to hear
England was like that too. If you watch some of his early videos, he was like,
he hated
his voice.
A computer.
Yeah.
And I was like, if they want to hear my voice, if that would be beneficial, they probably want to see my face too. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this.
And here you are years later, and you're like, well, now they want to see me naked, so you started your OnlyFans, and then,
OnlyFans
Ryan?
no, we draw the line at Ryan.
And
Stay tuned. I'm going to have a big release next month, official 60 cycle hum fleshlights.
OnlyFans canceled the nudity stuff, so you have to hurry.
Did they really?
That's an ongoing
that
thing,
was the
but
joke I just made.
Quick question:
came
Big
on,
Muff
and they
versus
canceled it.
Rat. Big Muff versus Rat.
Here we go. Oh, Big Muff versus Rat.
Yeah.
I think I'd choose a Big Muff.
Fuck yeah.
Rats are fun. I like to have them around, but I very rarely use them.
I like a rat better, but
like as a dedicated effect.
I'm a Nazi.
I gotta get ready for the next video that I'm gonna shoot. But this is fun.
We develop stuff
Who's
for
next?
months and have to see and check.
Oh, bye, Trey.
Have to see and check if that's gonna be successful or not. And my success is that people tend to like it when they buy it and send us back emails.
Yes.
So YouTubers will always be like impressed because I choose the YouTuber to be
the right fit.
Yeah. So it would fit.
That's a smart thing that a lot of brands don't do. And I get sent stuff by companies or offered stuff by companies that just won't fit, and I try to tell them like, hey, I'm sure it's a good product, but I don't think my audience will react to it. I don't think you'll get the
Like
reaction
flutes.
that you want. Like and then I tell them here's what works on my channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like me reviewing a Tube Screamer.
See, now I'm in or me reviewing a Tube Screamer. I'm not a Tube Screamer guy, and they get sent to me from time to time. I'm like, I don't know, guys. Use your ears because I don't have opinions on this thing. Yeah. Now it's a German-American sandwich. I'm the meat in the middle, and you guys are the bun.
So, hello guys.
This
Buy my
is
stuff.
Dirk Bagli. Baguli. Bahuli.
Ryan, what's your favorite piece on the Gear Street? Choose one, and why it's a Jupiter.
Now I'm checking my hair.
Your hair.
Favorite piece of equipment at this Gear Street. Honestly, I really like your personal guitar, like a lot. I'm gonna. Okay, there you go. He's done recording it.
Got tired of you very fast.
I've already talked about it. I've already published a video, or I will soon.
Let's talk about new stuff.
Let's stuff?
Talk about different kind of things we haven't talked about yet.
Different things we haven't talked about yet.
Well,
Skittles. Should we taste the rainbow?
Taste the rainbow, buddy.
What are your thoughts about Skittles?
I think Skittles are all right. I think they're a lot better than chewing on mic, which is what we're doing now.
You don't have to chew them. Just
you swallow them.
Yeah,
like a pill. That's the best way to consume candy is to not taste it, just swallow it.
How's the rainbow taste?
You get all the health benefits without that awful flavor.
And also don't destroy your teeth.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to save my teeth. I just swallow the candy.
Yeah.
Efficiency.
Right. We've been doing this about an hour. I'm going to sign us off. Actually, what's going on is the sun came out and suddenly very hot and humid. It was pouring when we started this.
Yeah.
There was lightning and thunder, and now it's a summer day out there. Anyways,
get back to the pool.
Yeah, I'm going to go jump in the hot tub.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone. I know this isn't a normal episode,
Dankeschön.
but I think it's a lot of fun.
By the way, this is how we work. That's our job.
Right.
It's very hard.
In the heat. Oh, me too. Like I film in a garage, and this is the temperature, and that's why I'm feeling a little bit miserable at the moment. Like, I'm reminded of being in my hot garage. Anyways, thanks for watching. Check out the channels and the companies for everyone that walked into this. They're all wonderful people, and we're having a great time here at 42 Gear Street. And I'm really looking forward to publishing everything that I'm filming. I'll probably have at least 10 videos.
What is the highest note you can sing?
Ooh, let's see. I've never tried.
Yeah, try.
Okay.
B5 for me. It's actually not that high.
Now, what is the lowest?
It's actually not that high.
Wait.
Well, let's.
All right, let's see here.
This is a good way to end an episode.
I'm gonna work up to it because I have to work up to it.
Only the dogs can hear it.
Henning's neighbors will love us.
There we go.
There's a video, probably on YouTube, of a guy like showing off his singing skills while he's sitting at a piano. And he's like, I can sing 8 octaves, and he starts on the low, and he's like, okay, it's close but not quite. And then he goes to the next octave, and he's like, okay, your voice didn't change. And he goes to the next one, and like it changed a little. And he can't sing 1 octave. All right, your guys' turn now.
Wait, you're saying that entire thing I didn't change at all? Is that what you're saying?
No, you did great.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, okay.
I was very impressed.
Dirk, your lowest voice and highest voice?
Only the dog can hear it.
My lowest voice will be
Oh, that's how high it is.
Yeah.
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 I guess I can do a low. Let me try to do
That's
a low.
all I can do.
No, I can't do that low.
Now beatbox. Beatbox.
That's the lowest I can go. You gotta get your fry involved. Yeah.
I feel like I'm
Wow,
about to start
Chris can go way lower than
a
what
metal band.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, I also can do a pretty good Peter Steele
Oh,
thing.
yeah?
Yeah.
She's in love with herself. She likes the dog.
All right, now highest. You're faking it. He's like, oh, it's so high, only dogs can hear it. Come,
Yeah.
try.
Hold the microphone.
Or are you going to be embarrassed if you can't do a high voice?
Higher.
That was a beautiful note.
Falsetto, it's good.
Bye-bye,
You're-
60
no, you're-
second
The
arm.
reason why you can't do it is because you're trying to get you have to change into your head voice. You're trying to get your chest involved.
All right.
You shouldn't be you're doing it wrong. You shouldn't be struggling to do the high notes.
What the fuck? Is that Mariah Carey?
That's the highest I can go. I don't know what note that is, but
So don't strain is what you're saying.
yeah.
I'm
When
gonna
you go
do it-
that high, you have
do
to
it,
fucking
relax,
strain.
relax.
Same noises you make when I drown you in the pool.
Okay, now I have a point of reference.
You're not letting enough air out. Do this. Do that. So weird. Why are you closing it off like that?
You said to do it in my head.
I mean, yeah, you are kind of doing it in your head, but yeah, I mean, you're like halfway there.
This is good content. We should have opened with this.
Ryan, we want you to beatbox.
Can you do that?
I don't know. I've never tried.
Oh shit!
Let's find out.
Do it.
I don't even know where to start.
I make the bass.
He knows how to do
Oh
it.
my god.
Yeah.
He's had like a drone
Yeah,
note
yeah,
over
yeah.
it.
Whoa!
That surprised you.
Do we have a didgeridoo here?
All right, bye everyone.
Bye-bye.
Stay grounded.